There are around 4,900 Catholic churches in Austria, many with steeples and spires, a fact that hardly excites anyone. Yet when it comes to mosques with minarets, there have been strong feelings. There are only 4 nationwide in Austria, in Vienna, in Salzburg-Pinzgau, in the Tyrolean town Telfs, and in the spa town Bad Vöslau. In Telfs and Bad Vöslau, their construction was met with fierce protests. Another protest has emerged through the online game Mosque Baba, on the homepage of the Styrian Austrian Freedom Party, the FPO. With just a click, minarets and prayer callers can be eliminated. The fact that there is not a single mosque with a minaret in Styria is seemingly irrelevant.
The Islamic
community has already taken steps to sue, because all the red lines are being crossed here. It is not only inflammatory, it's dangerous in the sense of peaceful coexistence. We really hope that the forces of civil society vote for other parties and find a really clear language to show that this kind of propaganda can have no place here. Whoever pours oil on the fire between the indigenous populations, not only before elections but in general, is damaging democracy and must be rejected. A mosque with a minaret in each state capital. The vision of the president of the Islamic faith community sparked the protest of the FPO at the end of August. The construction of mosques was widely discussed in the media. Religious freedom was demanded, not only in Austria, but also in Muslim countries. The roughly 500,000 Muslims in Austria still primarily pray in a number of backyard mosques, a religious ghetto situation which complicates integration and arouses suspicion. Since the 1960s, Muslims have come to Austria as immigrants, particularly from the less developed areas of Turkey. They practice their faith mostly in buildings that have been converted into houses of prayer. Religious freedom means that Muslims may build houses of worship. In principle, this is supported by the Christian churches.
Islam has
a right to a public presence and need not hide its houses of worship. But we need to ensure that mosques built in public spaces blend with their surroundings, to allow for social peace and to help Islam to integrate. Also to help the traditional Austrian population not to have a fear of Islam, because Islam is seen by many as a newcomer in Europe. In the minds of Europeans, with the many conflicts that exist around the world with Islam. Having visible mosques is indeed a way to show we support transparency. We have nothing to hide. We want to openly approach each other. I think Austria has a special situation that Islam has long been a recognized religious society here. That is a particular strength that is the envy of other countries to some extent. A distinct part of the integration and coexistence in the country and, of course, the fundamental right of collective freedom of religion is the right to build appropriate worship space. And the religious community should decide how that should look, not someone else. The presence of Muslims in Austria has inspired insecurity and rejection in many parts of the community. Why has the debate about Islam resulted in such a reaction? It's about the encounter with the stranger, which is always uncertain, which always provokes fear. It is important that we form trust to allow integration. The different parishes, Catholic and Protestant, are trying to do this already, and they do a lot. This is an effective way to find each other and can also reduce the anxiety a bit further.